This is Candace here. Welcome back to the people who's been here, and welcome to the new people. Um, so today I'm coming to you, bringing a video addressing my comments that was left under the previous video that I made about trifling friends, about the former friend that I used to stay with, and yeah, they left some comments under I'm addressing this publicly because they left comments publicly. Okay, let go. So first, I always I always watch B Love's video in the morning time. She posts like around, oh sorry, I'm drooling. She posts like around 8:30, I believe. She posts 8:30 a.m. every morning, and sometimes she drops some jewels in her video. And it was this one video, she was talking about hate comments. And she was like, don't delete them. It's like, because they make you money. When you start getting monetized, the videos that people leave that's hating, like, they make you money. So I took her advice. The one from the trifling individual I deleted because she outright was being nasty and lying. I am not gonna say that I'm shocked, and I think that when I said trifling friends, I think that was too much of a good term for her. Because in her video, she stated that I didn't cook for my kids, that I didn't clean, that my kids ran amok through her house. First of all, let me say this. I have a 1-year-old, I have a 3-year-old, I have a 6-year-old, and I have an 8-year-old. I have to cook for my kids. Like, based on my videos, I do clean with me's, I do cook with me's, I do shop with me's, I do all of that. So, if we believe that narrative, I never cook. All the cooks for me, they're lies. All the clean with me, they're lies. Like, I am gonna be a 36-year-old mom of 4 up here lying to people I don't know. Yeah, okay. Then she said the narrative of my husband put me out. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And I'm not even going to put I'm not even going to put dirt on his name like that. I left. I left. I left. So anyway, so let's just be very clear. First and foremost, I left and my husband did something, he made a bad choice. And he did something, unplugged my car, cut my car off, and it made me fearful, so I had went into a shelter. And that was on, I had to go write things down to keep it so I wouldn't forget. That was on July 9th. I left PA, July 9th. And I went into a shelter. I ended up leaving the shelter on like August 1st because this is the thing, when I left, I didn't go stay with family and friends because I didn't want to have them, and I didn't want to put them at risk, or not even at risk. I just didn't want them to have to be bothered with him, be bothered with us. So I just went to shelter, for my safety because of the choices that my husband had made. So When I get to the shelter, I call my aunt and I tell her where I was. And she was like, it was in upstate New York. And she was like, girl, that is not where you want to be. She was like, they are going to call ACS. They don't like your color. But of course, me, I didn't listen. But what did they do? They called ACS. Why did they call ACS? Because upstate in the summertime it was hot as hell. It was like 90 something degrees, but with the humidity it reached 100. And my dumb behind goes outside and then I fall. I went outside and I fell. So instead of the director of the shelter noticing that, knowing about MS or a disease, she thought that I was drunk. And it's just like, some people just really don't have common sense. So I went to the store and then I got drunk. And I had my kids with me. Like, that just didn't make any sense. If you know anything about MS, sometimes I walk wobbly and I'm not, always like steady. So it may appear that I'm drunk. But had she known about multiple sclerosis, she would have known that that's a symptom. Dummy, to the director, she was dumb. So this was because the chick I was staying with, her sister was like, oh, talk about the shelter. Let me first say this. I'm not going to be disrespectful towards somebody who's old enough to be my mom. I'm not. Her sister's old enough to be my mom. Secondly, in this video, I'm not going to address things that y'all, the people in the comments, her friend and her family, I'm not going to address stuff that y'all didn't see. And just how she told y'all my business, she told me your business. How I look up here, and she said, what about, like, no. I'm not going to do that. So I'm only talking about the shelter situation because that's how I went to stay with my friend. But even before that, since everybody wanted to know the truth, and that's what they keep saying, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. Ugh. I was already planning to move out of my house. I already wanted to move closer to the city. I already wanted to move to New Jersey. So the chick that I was staying with, she was supposed to get an apartment and leave me her apartment. But then something got messed up with her finances and she was like, I'm not gonna move right now. So that plan went out the window. Then she was like, oh, you should apply to the building that called me back. The only problem is they have roaches and mice. No, thank you. I'm not gonna go move into a place with roaches and mice. Like, I just didn't want to do that. So, yeah, I did. So, I left my home on July 9th. And I remember this day because it was after my daughter's birthday. And that's not university. I'm going to stay focused. I left the shelter on August 1st. They tried to, after she called the ACS on me, the ACS worker, or they call them CPS now, the CPS worker tried to manipulate my mind, telling me, oh, give your husband the other 2 kids, oh, whoop-de-whoop, because you have multiple sclerosis, you can't handle the 4 kids. And this is the thing, when I told my mom that about the situation, she was like, that CPS worker is full of it. Like, what do you mean you can't handle your 4 kids? She's not your friend. And don't believe nothing she's saying. She's a liar. And she was calling my husband, telling him stuff. It was just a mess. But that's for another video. But since people saying tell the truth and start from the beginning, I'm taking y'all down that. Even though I was going to shoot a separate video on shelters and how to be careful and all of that, but whatever. So then I went to my friend's house with two of my kids, right? This was around August 1st. Then on the 17th, I came to PA because my mom had like a cookout. And during that time, my other two kids got into my care. Came over to visit. And then my husband was, the CPS had called my husband and told him I was unstable. It was just crazy. It was just crazy. So I ended up taking my other two, and I had all four of my kids. I called sis. Is it okay if she was like, yeah, no problem. Yes, no problem. Yes, no problem. Let's be clear. I have an apartment. Let's be totally clear. I have my own apartment in my name. And there's nothing that I did that is something that I let. When I had my own apartment, people came and stayed with me. Kids came and stayed with me. So this narrative, oh, she took you in. First of all, when you pay someone something and you rent and you stay somewhere, but you give them money for staying there, that's not taking me in. I took people in. I took people in, their kids in, ain't charging nothing. I'm not even trying to hold you. Like, that's what I did. So, that's taken in. But when you take money from somebody staying with you, that's just somebody staying with you. And then this whole narrative, she went nowhere. Listen, I had an apartment that I could have went back to, but I did not because I wanted to be in Jersey. I wanted to be closer to New York because I was going to open a business at the time, and I wanted to get my life there because PA was just too far for the business that I was going to start and just the commute and everything. But so let's just get that out the way, because I'm just so tired of, oh, she took you and she didn't take me and my kids in. She was well aware of what it was, and I asked her, can we come stay with you, this and that, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that. So when she sat there and wrote that, we ate her out of house and home, and I'm like, how, sis? And I bought the food, and I bought our food for me and my children. How? And then, that's neither here nor there. So, I stayed in Jersey with this chick for 105 days. For 105 days. She was home a total of 29 days. That's calculating all the weekends. So, but we didn't even see her the whole 29 days because it was weekends that I spent away out of that 29. It was weekends that I did not stay there. It was weekends that she did not stay there. So, like, what are we really talking about here? Like, seriously and honestly. So, let's talk about what her friend said. Y'all can go back and read the comments. Her friend said, oh, I witnessed her feeding your kids. Okay, sis. You came over like 6 times. Let's be honest, let's be clear. So out of 105 days that I stayed there, you were there 6. When you seen us, we know that she liked to cook. She made eggs. I remember it so clearly. She made breakfast. And I was on my phone, and the apartment was small. We was all together. Like, my kids was right there. Then she fed my kids what? Takeout when I stayed in the room. And I stayed in the room because, let me tell you something, I'm not going to allow her to disrespect me. Her sister was there, and you was there. So I went in the room, and I closed the door. because I didn't want to see her and I didn't want to bother her because she feels like, I don't know what she felt, but you're not going to disrespect me. So I just removed myself. So you witnessed, you fed my kids. Okay, you fed my kids Popeyes. Thank you. She fed my kids because she liked to cook. She was making breakfast, and that was the day that you had came over and she was making steak and eggs for you, I think, but the steak wasn't defrosted. I don't, I don't remember. So, out of 6 times that you seen, and then my daughter, you went and you cleaned up after us. You cleaned her apartment one time, and that was before a party that she had. That you came and you cleaned up one time. So, my daughter, in that instance, you had went to the store. We didn't even see each other last time. My daughter went up to use the bathroom and she put poop on the wall. When you're in the bathroom, shit happens. I'm sorry to say. Like, I've been in people's bathroom and I witnessed some stuff. I've been in her bathroom and I witnessed some stuff. Am I up here? Oh, this was it. It's a bathroom. Stuff happens. But I cleaned the tub when I got out. Bet I cleaned the bathroom my children. None of that was sad. That I was just, I didn't do anything. None of that was said, so I'm not gonna say that it was, but I mean, come on, aren't we adults here? Aren't we adults? Okay. Then you mentioned something about views. Baby girl. Okay. This is something that B Love said too on her channel. She said, if you have one viewer, first of all, I just started in December. I came back to PA in November. I've been on YouTube for like 3 years, but I wasn't really taking it serious. I was posting here, there, where, but I started taking YouTube seriously in December. Started posting daily in December. I said, all right, I want this to be my job. So for you to come on my platform and leave a comment talking about views, you don't even know the YouTube algorithm, you don't know anything. And I'm going to insert a clip. It's probably going to be in the beginning or it's going to be right here. Oh, 5 views and this and that. But anyway, let me get back to B Love. She said, 1 view. If you have 1 view, that's one person that shows up and is watching you. So you continue to make videos for that one person. I took her advice and that's what I'm doing. And then for you to be like, you only have 5 views. Okay, that was for that video. That was for that time. Like, how crazy can you, how unrealistic can you be? Like, then I would never come to your job and be like, oh, no, you don't know anything about this unless you do it. Let's be honest. I had people up here that reached out to me when I was sick, when I wasn't posting. Where are you? What's going on? Are you okay? I had people reaching out to me. I had people commenting. This is a family channel. My kids watch my channel. And hello, Mook. How you doing, Mook? Hi. You want some more? Got some water just in case my throat's too much. All this talking. So, I have kids to watch my channel. I have other family members in other countries to watch my channel. And for you to be like, oh, you got 5 views and we find you hilarious and all the stuff that you tried to say. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And it's just crazy to me that you wrote this long dissertation about stuff that you yourself didn't witness. So, I'm not going to talk about the bathroom. I'm not going to talk about the phone truth. You know why? Because you weren't there. I'm going to talk about the one time you cleaned up. I'm going to talk about the one time you cleaned off the poop, which was on one time, and I'm going to talk about the views that you claim is only 5 on YouTube. That's what I'm going to discuss. I'm not going to discuss all the other stuff, like, because it's neither here nor there, and it don't have anything to do with the price of rice, and it don't have anything to do with you. How do I look inserting myself? What? How do I look inserting myself into the arguments you have with old girl? And y'all had some arguments. But did I ever? Would I ever? No. And because my son was mentioned in the video, and because he's 9, and because he's well aware of everything, and because he looks at my videos and he's gonna see the comments and craziness, I'm gonna have him come and address it now. Noah! Come here, please. Say hi, Corbin. Say hi. Come right here. Come closer because I need you to look into the camera.
Yes.
I just called you here because, you watch my videos sometimes, right?
Yes.
You're going to see some comments.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you smiling?
No.
Why are you nervous? What's a nervous smile? Anyway, I just need a little bit of clarification. And for people's privacy, we're not going to mention any names. We're just going to say little for the little one when we lived in Jersey and big for the big one. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, let's first talk about, do you remember we went to PA and then we went to we went to the shelter?
Yeah.
Why was that? Do you remember the reason why I gave you in the car? When I said I'm leaving because I'm not happy and things are not working out between me and your dad. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Did I say, oh, he put me out?
No.
Okay. Do you remember living in the shelter and then they called TPS on us?
Yes.
The worker coming to talk to you and then she's telling you to come, you could go live with your dad. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just don't want them to think that I'm lying about anything. Move over because they can't see you. Okay. So while we were in Jersey at the house, did I cook for you guys?
Yeah.
What did I make?
I really don't remember.
You don't know Taco Tuesday?
You used to make tacos, and on Fridays you used to order some food.
I used to order out. Yeah. And do you remember for like breakfast with the waffles and the everything?
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember the big one? Do you remember her cooking for you? Remember she made eggs that time?
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes, because I want to give everybody, move over please. I want to give everybody a narrative of how it was. When did you see the big one?
I saw the big one when she was cooking.
No. What days? Like when was she off? When was she like in the house? When did you see her all day? Wake up?
Sometimes she would come home early from
Excuse me, Noah.
on Fridays.
No, Noah. On the weekend. Remember when you used to go home and I used to like leave her alone?
Yeah.
That was on Saturday and Sunday. Did you see her Mondays, Tuesdays? On days you went to school, did you see her?
No.
Okay. And then about the little one. How many times did you see the little one? Remember that time she bought you Popeyes?
Yes.
And remember that time she helped you with your homework?
Yes.
And did you see her all the time? Did you see any of them all the time?
No.
And what about her sister when she used to come with the little boy? Did you see her all the time?
No.
Oh, okay. I just wanna clarify for everybody what I'm saying. Okay. Were you coming down here to tell me anything?
No.
Oh, okay. And that's another thing. Like I cook and I make tacos every Tuesday. We have Taco Tuesday. So how I never cook for my kids and I do Taco Tuesday. Like it's just crazy to me. Like it's just crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. And this little one here, she's one. Yes, she was touching a flat screen TV that was touching a girl's flat screen TV that was at eye level. And that was the only issue she ever brought to me, and then it was addressed. Kept the Windex by the side of the TV, and after she went to bed, I would just wipe down the TV. That's what I started doing. Then when she was complaining, oh, I found food, blah, 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 I bought her a high chair. To not have her walking around with food and this and that. So, I mean, it's just beyond me. It's just beyond me. I mean, I think that that's all. Let me read over my notes. I think that that's all. I think that that's it. I don't think that there's anything else to say. So, to the person, I don't even think I'm gonna call her. This has not been our first rodeo. To the person I went to stay with, this has not been our first rodeo. Do y'all like my book? Isn't it cute? It says "Don't quit." It says "Don't quit." This has not been our first rodeo. And, you know, her sister can attest to that. I've been around 4 years. But best trust and believe, this will be my last rodeo. This will be our last rodeo. Because I don't have any respect for people that just make up lies. Make up lies. This is my channel. This is my platform. I would not give away anybody's stuff without contacting them. And then you know what? That's gonna be in the screen. That's gonna be it's gonna be a screenshot of the text message too. Oh, I gave the bits away because I didn't hear from you. I guess you was protecting your energy. You know what? That's passive aggressive, and evil people say that. Evil people say that. And then you send me some. Then you go to my page saying about I'm protecting my energy. You can't run from yourself. You're evil. You're the energy you need to be protected from. And you can't do that because you live inside your own body. So, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I never said anything about protecting my energy. I had people live with me. I had stuff left over. I had family members live with me. I had stuff stolen from me. I had all this stuff. Never once did I give people stuff away. I had people's bins and clothes and stuff in my house. Never once did I say, oh, I didn't hear from you. I didn't hear from you. And I thought you were trying to protect your energy. Listen, FYI, energy is protected over here. Energy is protected over here. You know why? Because I don't say your name. Ever! That's how you can start protecting your energy. Don't say my name. Don't write my name. How about that? Just don't. I didn't mention any names in my video, so in the comments for y'all to be mentioning names. Okay, what is I supposed to do? And then another thing, I had my cousin come over to the house, my own cousin. When he had said, oh, it's stinking here. And then my son, I should have asked him when he was down here, talking about the room was stink or something like that. My son has this something with smells. And I even bought an air freshener because yes, the room was kind of stuffy because it was facing a fire escape, the room we stayed in. And I didn't open that window. You know why? Because there was no gate on the window. And for the safety of me and my children, I didn't open the window, open to fire escape. Anybody could come in. And I didn't do that. So, okay. Like, I don't understand. But anyway, so this is how I'm gonna tell you how to protect your energy. Don't do stuff to people that you wouldn't want done to you. That's the whole moral of the story. Everybody, oh, but what about this? And tell the humor in and yells at, listen, I'm a Taurus, my birthday is May 18th. Like, tell the truth. My real name is LaShawn. I go by Candace. That's my middle name. That's what my father always wanted to call me. Like, and what does that have to do with the beds though? What does that have to do with the beds? What does that have to do with somebody doing something to me that I wouldn't have done to them? What does that have to do with somebody being mean, evil, and passive aggressive? Nada, nothing, nit, zilch. Like it had nothing to do with anything. So everybody keep saying, then everybody keeps saying, oh, and this and that, and forced truths, and blah, 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 blah. Bottom line is, no one took me in. I paid to be wherever I was at. I have my own apartment. I have family and friends, and everybody who was mad. Like, oh, how did you go there? Da, da, da. I went there because I wanted to be closer to New York, but I didn't want to be in New York. I didn't want to go and have to fight for parking, and I didn't want to have to deal with all the stuff New York State came with. So I said, okay, I asked my friend, could I stay at her place? She had an extra room that she wasn't using, and she was never even hardly there. So I didn't have an issue. But there was an issue. She gave my stuff away because I refused to talk to her. She didn't hear from me, so she gave my stuff away. So everybody else can miss me with everything else. It says the right in the text message, I didn't hear from you. I figured you was protecting your energy. Energy protected. Because I've been stopped messing with you, and I've been stopped dealing with you. And period. That's just on period. So, thank you all for watching. I just wanted to address all the nonsense and give you guys the truth and tell you what's really going on. So, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.